At the $150 price point with a mount included, this might be the best budget LED light for not only nano reefs, but also coral quarantine tanks. The Reef Nano LED from ReefBreeders is the complete package, a capable softy and LPS geared LED light with great shimmer and no noticeable color separation, simple but effective onboard control for creating a custom schedule with a ramping sunrise and sunset, 3 channels for dialing in spectrum and intensity, and an included gooseneck to mount it to your tank. Plus a 2-year warranty, which is great, especially for a light that's at that $150 price point. In the box, you'll find the Reef Nano LED with its mounting arm, as well as the power supply and the user manual. The light itself is quite compact at roughly 4¼ inches wide and 1¼ inches thick. It draws a maximum of 30 watts from the wall to power its 12 3-watt diodes and uses a fan paired with an aluminum heatsink for active cooling. The 12-inch gooseneck mount is firmly attached to the light with the power cord running down the center, which keeps it hidden from view, and it's also long and flexible enough to center the light on cube tanks from 12 inches up to 24 inches with mounting heights ranging from roughly 5 inches up to 9 inches off the water surface. The mount itself is a standard plastic C-bracket with plastic thumb screws, and it'll work well on panels up to 3/4 inch thick. The Reef Nano LED has 4 different diode colors that are grouped into 3 separate channels. The first channel has 5 450 nanometer blue diodes and a single 420 nanometer violet. The second channel has 2 480 nanometer cool blue diodes, and the third channel has 4 7500 Kelvin cool whites. With all channels at 100%, the fixture produces a nice bright 14,000K look. The 2 blue channels do a good job of providing that color pop for showing off coral fluorescence even with a limited set of diodes, and quickly outcompete the white channel as you dial it back if you prefer that bluer look. All 12 diodes are tucked behind a single small 120-degree optic surrounded by a reflector, which produces a really nice shimmer effect with no disco and no noticeable color separation in the tank, which I was very happy to see. The spread of the light is also quite wide and even, and when I tested the par on my 18-inch cube tank with all channels at 100%, I was achieving 90s on the sand bed, low 100s in the middle of the tank on the rockwork, and 150s at the top of the rockwork just a few inches below the water surface, which is perfect for softies and LPS, and even some lower light demanding SPS. To control the light, there are basic but effective onboard controls with a small display. It is easy as pie and only takes a few minutes to set up, giving you 3 points where you can choose the time and intensity for each of the 3 channels. The first point is for when you want the lights to come on, the second point for midday, and the third for when you want the lights to turn off. You can set the channel intensity for all 3 channels at each of those points, and the light will automatically ramp between them for a sunrise and sunset effect. You can even create a static moonlight effect by leaving channel B at 1 or 2% on that last time point. Okay, so just to put the value of this light into perspective, the Kessel A80 costs more once you add the mount and is only half the wattage. And the A160 might be 40 watts, but costs almost twice as much, and for that price, a pair of Reef Nano LEDs gives you a combined 60 watts from 2 sources to help mitigate shadowing, while also having their own onboard control for creating a custom lighting schedule. Which is exactly why I think this is such a fantastic option for a budget nano reef or for a coral quarantine system, especially with that great visual color blending and shimmer, included mount and built-in programming, which you can get your hands on by clicking right here.